This week on. Yes, guys, welcome back to another vid from Mutal FC, and today we got another banging vid for you. Today we're talking about the round of 16 in the Champions League. Can Chelsea beat Bayern, or are they going to get slapped up like they did against Banter FC over the weekend?
4, 3, 2, 1.
So, first match, Chelsea versus Bayern. Jesus Christ. I mean, I cannot see any way for Chelsea here. They just got slapped up by 8th place Arsenal. Fucking Banter FC. And they're going to verse the best team probably in form in the world right now. And 3 away goals for Bayern. There is no fucking way Chelsea are coming back in this. And I mean, you can't argue, man. There's no way. I know you're a Chelsea fan and all that, but like, you can be optimistic and shit, but no one's ever came back from a 3 away goal lead. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean you're right, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna win this game. Like, I'll be honest, I think we're gonna get slapped. But there's like a lot of factors as well. We don't we lost Pulisic in our in our against Arsenal, and he's been our best player. And then our defense, it's kind of weird right now. We don't know who's gonna play, so I don't know how it's gonna work out, but. I'm not gonna watch that game because I don't want to get trashed.
Yeah, I think Chelsea's only chance of winning that game was Pulisic, and he's hurt. And then Chelsea's defense basically non-existent. So against Lewandowski and Gnabry, that's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna work out too well. I see Bayern scoring another 3 before Chelsea gets 3. So
Chris hit the nail on the head right there because I think Captain America dying really doesn't help Chelsea, and then Gnabry and Coman on Alonso and Aspi is not it. And I think barring Neuer repeating his display against Korea in the World Cup, you guys are done. Chelsea.
Yeah, I think we all can agree. That game. I'm sorry, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
I don't want to watch that game.
Yeah, we just gotta keep it simple. Well, let's go on to the next game. Real versus City. Now, this is a good game, right? I mean, City has a 2-1 advantage, the 2 away goals, which are big. It's gonna be hard for Real to come back. And without City scoring, Real need to score 2 goals without City scoring. I don't know if I could see that happening personally. So I think City are going through, but you never know. City have a suspect defense. Real have picked on ever since the restart. They've been amazing in La Liga. People can say VAR Madrid or whatever and bullshit like that, but Real, I mean, the only thing I would say for Real is they don't have Sergio Ramos. Got suspension in the last game, which is their captain.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So that is a big factor. So that's reasons I think it's got to be City.
Yeah, I mean, I think City will pull through, but I think that game will be interesting because right now Real have a shit ton of momentum after winning the league and stuff like that. That'll be interesting. I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're also getting they're losing Ramos because of the red card, but they're also getting Hazard back, right, from injury and all that. I mean, of course, I don't know. He hasn't been he's been decent towards after restart. He's been pretty decent, but I don't know. Maybe it might be a huge. It'll be interesting game to watch. That's what all I can say about that.
yeah, I also think City's gonna win, but I just don't see Real score. I think the only reason City's defense suffered before is because there was no Laporte, and now he's back. So I don't see Real scoring 2 against that defense, and then I don't see Real holding Man City to 0 goals. That attack is just. I think they'll get. I think Man City will win that game, and then win the tie.
Yeah, I think Laporte coming back definitely helps City. He looked good out against Watford, got a goal off the corner. And I think for City, I didn't think Sterling was a big game player, but he came up with a performance against Liverpool when they gave them their guard of honor. And even though Liverpool did rub salt in the wounds, they really embarrassed Liverpool that day. I think De Bruyne is also going to show Hazard coming back in how it's done. And I think barring Benzema, I don't see anyone else scoring for Real Madrid, and they're also going to the Etihad, so I think City's got this one wrapped up. Hopefully, if they don't choke like they did against Spurs last year.
Yeah, I mean, there's no we gotta remember there's no home field advantage though. So even if they go to that Etihad, I mean, it's I don't think that will make that much of a difference.
No, that's true. It's still the away.
Just think for the traveling aspect, at least,
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is I feel it'll be different because now teams that are if you're going to away games, there's no home field fans. So I think it's for them. I know they're traveling, but they always travel, so I think like that doesn't really have an effect, in my opinion.
Yeah, it'll be easier, but there'll still be a away goal like factor.
Oh
Like
yeah, that's true.
still
That's
that's
true.
still there. Like City, like there's still gonna be nerves. But I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. But I think yeah, I guess we're all in agreement. I mean, City like Real are a good team, but City just have like the away goals in favor for them. But the next game, bro, Napoli versus Barca. This is like where the juicy games come, bro. Napoli versus Barca, 1-1. Barca have the away goal, but Napoli been amazing, right? They've beaten Liverpool in the group stages. They also drew to Liverpool at Anfield, which is pretty insane with how good Liverpool are. For me personally, I think Barca will just beat them just because they have the ability. They have Messi. When you have Messi on your team, it's like a get out of jail free card. Right? But I wouldn't be surprised if Napoli won because I mean we've seen what Barcelona can do with a 4-0 lead against Liverpool, a 3-0 lead against Roma, right? You can never trust them. So, but then they also have Ter Stegen, and I think that's what I think. Ter Stegen and Messi are going to save Barca against Napoli from embarrassment.
Yeah, with regards to Barca, yeah, their form, it's been kind of off. Let's be honest. Like Messi's been like saving them, and you can make the argument. Yeah, Ter Stegen's been saving them. It's just like it's like there's so much confusion now, like with the board. Of, like they have like what are like I think Bartomeu announced that they're not gonna sign Neymar and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean Barcelona, they're not like playing well, but like we can shed like quality wise, I think they can take it home. I mean, if they choke this, I mean, it's kind of sad, but it's like like Vignesh, it's not surprising. Napoli are they're playing well. I mean, they've been winning. They won against Juve like in the cup, and then Dries Mertens underrated. He's been scoring in the Champions League, so you never know what can happen. This Champions League, but yeah, I have Barcelona winning that game though, just because of the quality of the players, and it's just like I personally think like they're not going to choke in the round of 16, but you never know.
Yeah, personally, I think Napoli have a shot at winning this game. I think they showed they could hold their own last time they played Barca with the 1-1 draw. And now you're going back to, I think that gave them a little bit of confidence because normally those smaller teams, when you get that one result against that big team, it gives you confidence in that next game to go and win again. And then also, I mean, I know Barca has a lot more talent than Napoli to win the game, but Barca in recent years, they haven't really showed their talent, especially in Champions League. Like last year, Liverpool, year before Roma, and it's not like they lost like 1-0 or 2-1. They lost was it 4-0 or 3-0 to Roma, and same with Liverpool last year, who had with Origi playing, he scored like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And then also, I think Mertens is really dangerous on the counter attack. He has like 6 goals this year, right? Yeah, 6 goals in just the Champions League, and he's also second in assists for them in the Champions League, and so I think he's a dangerous striker. And then I think Barca's form also as well. Like they haven't been playing too well La Liga, while Napoli went and won Coppa Italia. So I think they showed that when they need to win, they get a result. Like the Coppa Italia is all knockout games, so each game they needed to win, they got to win. So I think they can beat. I think they're going to win the game against Barca.
Yeah, and just to touch on what Mooney said earlier, I think like Barca hasn't been playing well, but like even if you look at like some of the games like against Mallorca, like they were dreadful that day, but they still got the result. I just think it's like shades of Liverpool, still like not being the best form, but still picking up the results. But I think like for Napoli, as Chris mentioned, like Mertens has the ability to be dangerous. I just think that like if they follow what Liverpool did last year, get an early goal, whether it's through Mertens or Insigne, then they can really put the pressure on Barca because it's a 1-1, and Barca has the away goal, but I feel like if you score that, then it kind of puts pressure on Messi and co. So yeah, we'll see. Now it's an exciting game.
My thing is like if Barca lose like in like a round of 16 this early, what do you think like what happens for Messi? Like this one that I feel like that like I know he's like loyal to the club, but I just feel like that's like if they lose like I don't know what will happen to Messi. Do you guys think like he'll want to leave or just like this like it's gonna be the same regardless?
How many clubs can pay 600K in wages at the moment during coronavirus?
And his insane release clause, whatever that is, 750 million or a billion, whatever that is.
I don't think any team is willing to do that at the moment. But
yeah,
yeah,
do you think Setien might be like fired?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think unless he wins the Champions League, I think he's gonna get fired.
Yeah, because that's what I feel. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be an interesting game. It's a big game for Barca, especially for Barca, but even for Napoli as well. The next one, bro, the last and final game, Lyon versus Juventus, and surprisingly, Lyon have the one goal advantage, right? And Juventus haven't been playing that well recently. If you go look at their last 5 games in the league, they've lost 3, drawn 1, and won 1. So that doesn't give you like encouraging performance is against a very good Lyon team, which looks like they have Depay back. Right now, if this game was before the coronavirus, without Depay, Lyon look weak. But with Depay, I mean, I can only see Lyon winning this game. I think they're gonna knock out Juventus and go through.
I think it's. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's difficult, right? I mean, Barca and Juve, like, of course, on paper they have really strong teams, but form wise, both of them have been playing really suspect. Like people don't like the way like Sarri plays. It's all slow and not fun, and you know, but it's just like for me the same thing. It's like quality. Leon played really well the first leg against Juve. I mean, that was a really good performance, and it's like another thing. Like they can. It's like a. I think they have a chance to win, but it's like Napoli. They have a chance to win. Like it all depends on like if they choke, if Juve choke, or like let's say like Barca choke. Well, then again, I'll go back to the fact that it's still round of 16, especially for we know like there's like the debate Messi Ronaldo, but like for me like I'll always go back to the fact that for champion like for me when it comes to Champions League time, Ronaldo's eyes light up, and I don't think he's gonna like especially in this early round of 16, they're not gonna I would say choke it, right? You saw last year like against Atletico, they were 2-0 down, going into the home game, and then Ronaldo comes in clutch, scores 3 goals, and then of course they didn't go on to win it, but I think right now it's too early to count Juve out. Leon is a good side, but I just feel like Juve, if they just like I don't know, not stick to what Sarri says because like it's been kind of questionable. Even their fans don't really want him, but it's just just like pull through and get the result. That's what I feel like is gonna happen.
Yeah, so I think I also think QV is going to come back in this game solely because like I know their form hasn't been that great recently, but they did end up winning Serie A, so that's one thing. I think Ronaldo, just how clutch he is in some of these situations, like just to like bring up past examples, like against Spain in the World Cup, scores a hat trick, single handedly carries Portugal, and then like even in like Champions League, like Mooney brought it up, Atletico. 2 years last year, he scored a hat trick after they were down 2-0 in the first leg. And then Atletico sat back the whole second leg. He still put past them. And also, I'm seeing something at 2016 against Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg had a 2-0
Oh
lead,
yeah,
and after the first leg, Ronaldo scored a hat trick again, and they won 3-2. And then again, 2017 against Bayern, they were tied on aggregate and then went into extra time. And if Bayern scored 1, they would have went through. Madrid needed 2. Ronaldo scores 2 in extra time.
That game was that game was the game where, if I'm not wrong, where Vidal got red carded by a shitty challenge.
yeah.
That referee,
Yeah,
that game was bullshit.
nah.
Like, everything
Okay,
else you're
I
saying is
know
right.
it's bullshit. Yeah, that game was, but like you can't deny the fact that he's come clutch in moments. Like I know back then, like you said as well, like if the fans are there, like some players will be playing like shit. I think that's also bullshit, right? I don't think that will like pertain to Ronaldo. I think if there's no fans, he'll still sauce. And if it's not Ronaldo, they always got Dybala. So Dybala's been the MVP of Serie A this season. So for me, either one of those two will come clutch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
just to shed some light on Ronaldo, though, like, obviously he was great in the clutch moments, and for Real Madrid, even when they won at 17, 18, 15 goals in the Champions League. But you have to look at the drop off, even at the back end of this season, choking the Serie A Golden Boot to Immobile, he would have loved that on his resume. That only scoring 6 Champions League goals last year, even though one of them was a hat trick. Even last year, people were like talking, oh, he's only got 20 goals, he's slowing down. I don't agree with that. It's obviously Ronaldo, he's got clutch. But just to bring some light also to Lyon as well, Lyon are going to get Memphis back, and he's got 5 goals in 5 apps this year in the Champions League, and 9 goals in Ligue 1 before he got injured. So if he plays like the lion tat on his back, Lyon have a chance. And also Moussa Dembele is good, the other striker, 16 goals and 27 apps in Ligue 1. yet to net in the Champions League. But I think I'm going to side with Vignesh and say that Lyon have the upset on this. And I would really like to see them progress to the later stages as well, just to have another underdog team in there like Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can agree with you guys, right? But I just feel like for both teams, Barca and Juve, I think it's just a little too early for them to choke or like just let go of a lead or come back. I feel like Juve will pull through. I mean, I know like Lyon are a great team. They like a team with good chemistry. It's not like impossible for them. Like it's not like Chelsea, Bayern, where they can't. Like Chelsea, like for me, in my opinion, they can't even come back. So I think, yeah, I agree with you guys saying, but I just feel like Juve will edge it through. I mean, even I know you think Ronaldo has slowed down, but it doesn't have to be Ronaldo. Like Dybala, it depends on who they play that day. I think it's quality. I think they're just gonna take it over.
Just to spin that question a little bit. So if we all are going to agree with, City beating Real, do you think City have an easy win over either Lyon or Juve, or do you think that's a potential challenge?
No, I think Juve puts up a fight. I think whenever Ronaldo's involved, there's always a game. Like the game's gonna be.
Yeah, that's
He's
actually
not gonna let it go out of hand.
I mean, he won't let it go, but like City also, I mean, they're really good, and if they beat Real Madrid, that's just gonna give them confidence. And I mean, where was Ronaldo against Ajax last year?
Well, he
Yeah,
scored
but Ajax
both
was a good
their
team,
goals was
though.
Ronaldo's.
That's
Like
what I'm saying. I mean, City are a much better side than Ajax. Ajax had a good run last year. City are like with De Bruyne. De Bruyne is probably like in terms of form the second best player in the world right now.
Yeah, but
Third, if you want to say
Yeah,
maybe Messi.
I think
Right.
City are definitely better at their best, but like this is also a team who lost 3-2 to Norwich and 3-1
yeah,
and got
you
trashed by
never know
Liverpool
what's
at
going on.
Anfield.
3-2 was in the beginning of the year. 3-2 was in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, but
I mean,
look
they
at
just
last year
smashed
against.
Liverpool 4-0.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but then they
look
also
at
lost
last year.
2-1 to a Chelsea team who can't defend for their lives.
Yeah, exactly. You shit on
Again, but
Chelsea every
that's a
day.
game. That's a game
You shit
without
on
Laporte.
Chelsea every
That's a
day.
game without Laporte. That was Benjamin Mendy who gave that goal away.
Yeah, but look, you're talking about Laporte, right? Last year against Spurs, Laporte was there. He gave away two easy goals to that
So
led up to Son, yeah, scoring two goals. Well, I remember he literally passed it to Mora, and that they scored off that. Okay, yeah, VAR, yeah, that was kind of sus last year, but I mean, in the beginning they had Laporte. I mean, and they had their home fan. It was home field. Like all their fans was there. So I like City are a great team. I think even Pep said it before. Like I don't think they like. I think I sort of like I think Pep said like I don't think it's enough to win the Champions League. I don't think they're confident enough to win the Champions League. Or I mean I think Juve and
Juve are not that much more confident. When have they won the Champions League in recent
yeah, I know.
times?
Well, I mean Ronaldo. I feel like the Ronaldo
Yeah,
factor just
Ronaldo's
changes
like
it.
the answer for that question.
But my thing is Ronaldo. They haven't played this well. What Ronaldo has, if I'm not wrong, was it 29 goals this season? I think 13 of them are penalties for Juventus.
Yeah.
But it's not like some insane like he's been playing well. He's been taking every penalty take. Like
Yeah, but you can.
and
say,
even
I
that
mean,
he missed the penalty in the Coppa Italia final against Napoli. So like that's got to be
yeah,
massive.
well,
I mean,
and my thing is like with
all
Ronaldo,
right. Form-wise,
Juventus' system is far worse than what City
yeah,
plays.
okay.
Sorry,
Yeah,
system.
I think on their day, City's could be the best team in the world. But when it's Champions League, City look like a different team some days.
Yeah, that's actually
Like
true.
they don't
Oh,
even they don't
that's
turn up
definitely
some
true.
days.
I kind of like the idea of City being able to win the Champions League without Aguero. I think that should stand for something, even if they get
Yeah,
to the
but,
final.
yeah.
And I think we have to be
I'll
objective.
admit.
We have to be objective here. The way they lost last year's knockout to Tottenham was not like Tottenham outplayed them. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
let's talk about VAR controversy. Like
Yeah.
literally throughout the whole second game. I'm not saying City defended well. Yeah, in the first like 20 minutes they defended awful.
Yeah.
But they like come on that Lorente
All right,
hand.
yeah, okay.
On another day
I'll
that's
give you this, right?
ridiculous.
I'll give you this.
That, and then on another day, Aguero scores the pen, but like the Llorente goal, it literally hit him on hand/hip and flew in. It's not like he, curled it from like 30 yards or whatever. It's not like a magic.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that wouldn't be allowed now because of the rule that now any goal scored by a hand does not count. So now
but
I still think if City play Liverpool in that final, I don't know if Liverpool win that final. I'll be honest.
exactly.
Wait, what about Liverpool the year before
I'll
then?
give you that.
17,
The
18.
year before against Liverpool, yeah, the year before they lost 3-0 first leg.
Oh yeah,
Laporte was
they
there.
got deservedly beat that year, but like I just don't think.
Yeah.
I think the
Like-
final would have been different. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think
Yeah.
City would have if that game turns, if it's City and against Liverpool. I mean, come on. I mean, the
Yeah,
Liverpool first goal was like Sissoko's handball. Literally, Mane kicked it as.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Like,
That
See, but
final was
that's the
dead.
difference though, right? When Liverpool 17-18, when Salah got injured, it was a completely different team. The thing is,
Yeah,
City were able to win the Prem without KDB. They're able
yeah.
to, go to Real Madrid's house and have Jesus score. I think their depth has to stand for something.
Wait, so you think Jesus can lead them to a Champions League? You think him as a
Yeah.
striker could win them the Champions League?
I mean, Aguero's
If
I
he
supposed
don't.
to
gets
like
another
start.
one against Real Madrid, I don't see why not. Because like if you
He
put
he
Courtois
seemed
right
like
there,
pretty like for the Premier League restart. He seemed pretty like poor. Like it wasn't doing
Yeah.
that well since the
And also,
this
restart.
is my thing, right? This is a guy who only gets to run out when Aguero's had enough or when they need a goal. It's never like a comfortable second striker role.
Yeah, but
yeah,
Aguero's been hurt for the restart.
yeah.
He
Like,
hasn't like
That's fair. That
I'm
is
not
fair.
arguing whether City can go win the whole Champions League, but if it's City versus Juventus, I mean, Juventus are a good side. I'm not going to say they aren't, but the way they've been playing recently does not suggest that they can go beat a City side who've been playing well, because
Yeah.
City has a system.
If you're
And
taking form right now,
Ronaldo, unless Ronaldo gets a penalty, I'm not seeing how he's going to score.
okay, yeah. If you're talking form right
He's
now,
not the same dynamic. Real, like people don't give credit to that rest of that Real team. They had Tony Cruz. Tony Cruz is still probably the second best long passer in the world after De Bruyne.
okay.
Right? Like Modric, like amazing. Like who do they have at Juventus? Bentancur. I
Yeah,
mean,
but still, look.
Pjanic just lost his
Champions League is
leg.
a different like thing. All right. On okay, let's be honest. Like, I'll be honest. On their day, City are a better team. Like at the moment, City are a better team. But
Yeah,
anything in Champions League can happen, right? Form wise, City are playing amazing. Like since the restart, and like they're playing amazing football
Bro,
to
but
watch.
you got to look at Juventus's midfield, man. It's all like the generic store brand. Like, there's not a good midfielder in there. Like
Yeah,
Rabiot.
I mean, yeah, but like,
Dybala is the only one. And the thing with Dybala is, I know he got MVP and all that. I think that's a Juventus bias because Immobile has been amazing this season. So if anyone should be getting that,
no.
that's
Dybala has been
Immobile.
class for.
No, but
Class for years.
Dybala's been good. I'm not saying like he's actually got developed a
But there
connection.
were other shouts too. Zaniolo before he got injured.
Yeah.
Chiesa. Like, there's other shouts. It's not like Dybala was like a world of his own.
Yeah.
But like, well, like for Juve, Dybala has been their best player. I'll agree with that. Even over Ronaldo.
Yeah, I know. I get that. There's a
But, like-
chance, but I mean, like clearly, if we're gonna say who's gonna move on, I mean, we don't even know if they're gonna be Lyon first of all. I mean, let's be honest. They had Ronaldo and Dybala against Lyon in the first leg. Where were they at that time? And now Juventus is playing them much worse than they played then because they just lost a couple.
I mean, maybe
They-
like I don't know. Maybe you guys might like maybe I'm overestimating Ronaldo's abilities, but I just feel like in those moments, like Ronaldo always comes clutch, and I
yeah.
don't know. Like
I feel like
Like,
you never like if
last
you doubt
year,
Ronaldo, like he'll prove you wrong.
last year, like I think we were talking about this off camera. Like last year, Ronaldo at one point had 2 goals in the league, same as Ashley Young. His last season at Real Madrid. But when it came to the Champions League, when they were playing against, I don't think it was last year. It was 2 years ago, 2017, right? When they won against Liverpool, Ronaldo had like 2 goals in the league. But when it came to the Champions League, he became like top scorer against PSG. He started balling. It's a different competition from Ronaldo. But I'll agree with Juventus's play style. Like it looks like it's so boring to watch. Like faster football, it's not fun. And I think that's their downfall. I think sorry, like City can on. I don't like. I'm not gonna be like surprised if City beat them. Like that's not like oh shit. Like they surprised me. I think City can beat them. I just feel like it's gonna be difficult with like it's a different mentality, and Juve like they prioritize Champions League. Like that's the reason why they bought Ronaldo. I mean, I know.
I mean, yeah. But how well did that work last year against Ajax?
I mean,
All right, it
Yeah.
remains to be seen. So can Ronaldo be clutch? Will Messi choke? Is Illich's wife cheating on him and PSG a win, even though Mbappe's injured? Let us know in the comments. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and Vig will see you next time in our next
I'll see
video.
you in the next vid.